What's up, everyone? Welcome. Hello?
Hello there. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How cool is that?
That's awesome. What's your plan for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, man, plans. I don't make plans. I just roll with the punches, man. Life's too short to plan everything out.
Yeah, that's true. I never plan anything either. I kind of just go with the flow.
That's the spirit, man. Life's all about going with the flow and riding the waves. Plans are for chumps, man. We're too cool for that crap.
Yeah. You're a little older now, huh? You're up there in age.
Yeah, man. I suppose I'm a bit older these days. But you know what they say, age is just a number, man. I'm still young at heart.
That's good to know. So how do you spend your days after your youth and your middle age is gone?
These days, man, I just lounge around and chill. Watch some sports, read a good book, listen to some rad music, you know. Don't forget the occasional siesta, man. Gotta take it easy.
Oh, sports. Who's your favorite team?
My favorite team, man. No doubt, it's gotta be the Lakers. Been a fan since I was a kid. There's just something about that purple and gold, man. It's cool, you know.
Oh, the Lakers. Right on. I'm not really into basketball, but you're from Los Angeles, so I could understand you being a Lakers fan.
Exactly, man. And I'm through and through a Lakers fan. Grew up in LA, can't help it, you know. But hey, no worries if basketball ain't your thing. Not everyone's got the good taste for it, man. Everyone's got their own cup of tea, you know.
Yeah. Do you watch any other sports?
Sure do, man. Football, baseball, you name it. I like to mix it up, you know. Can't say I'm as diehard as I am for the Lakers, but I follow the Dodgers, the 49ers, and the Giants. Sports are just the best, man. Keeps life interesting.
You said Dodgers, 49ers, and the Giants?
Yeah, the Dodgers, the 49ers, and the Giants, man. Been rooting for them since I was a kid. Gotta rep that West Coast, you know what I mean?
Okay. By Giants, do you mean the San Francisco Giants?
Yeah, man, San Francisco Giants. Can't say I'm a huge baseball guy, but I try to keep up, you know? And those Giants, I gotta root for them, man. They're from the Bay Area, same as the 49ers.
Oh, right on. I'm a West Coast kid myself. Padres fan for life.
Padres fan, huh? Well, I can appreciate that, man. I may be a diehard Lakers and Dodgers fan, but I gotta say I got mad respect for the Padres. That's some good old California rivalry right there, you know?
Wait, I thought you said you were a Giants fan.
Ah, sorry for the mix-up there, man. I think I got my wires crossed. I'm a Dodgers fan, through and through. But I can appreciate the other West Coast teams, too, you know? Gotta be fair, right?
Yeah, well, it's not really fair since Dodgers didn't win the World Series. You bought it.
Whoa, hold on there, man. The Dodgers won fair and square, plain and simple. Sure, they have some big money behind them, but that don't mean they didn't earn it. You know, it's not like they cheated or anything. They just got the resources to build a strong team. It's a part of the game, man.
No, you didn't win the World Series. You bought the World Series. So it's just the one big scam of a trophy.
I beg to differ, man. Look, we may have had some serious cash behind us, but we still had to go out there and play hard to win. Don't let the talk about money and resources fool you, man. The Dodgers earned their spot fair and square, and that championship trophy ain't no scam. We put in the work, we got the results, and we deserve that win, plain and simple. Let's not undermine all the effort and talent that went into that victory.
Well, you can keep your Mickey Mouse World Series ring, because we all know it's won. It wasn't won by hard work. It was bought by rich, greedy owners.
Ah, man, there you go again with that talk about buying the World Series. Look, I understand your perspective. I really do. The Dodgers have a lot of money behind them, and that can be frustrating for other teams, I ain't gonna lie. But let's not get it twisted, man. We didn't just roll up and buy the trophy with a big wad of cash. We played some intense, hard-nosed baseball, and we came out on top because of it. So don't go selling us short with that Mickey Mouse crap.
Out of respect to this conversation, I'm gonna just say congratulations to your Mickey Mouse World Series ring.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot for that backhanded compliment, man. I really appreciate the respect. A Mickey Mouse ring, huh? Because that's totally what it was. Not like we had to go and play 162 games plus the playoffs. Not like we had to face some of the toughest teams out there. No, it was all just buying and cheating, wasn't it? Please.
Oh, it was. Not only did you pay off the owners of other teams, you also paid off the umpires to make calls go in your favor. Ever since Tommy Lasorda was manager, it's been all corrupt in Major League Baseball.
Oh man, I can't even believe we're having this conversation. Paying off owners and umpires. That's some next level conspiracy theory, man. You really think we just waltz in and hand out cash to everyone who's anyone in the league? Sounds like you've been watching too many crime movies or something. But hey, I gotta admit, you've got quite the imagination, my friend.
Well, think about it. LA is one of the richest cities in the world. They can buy anything and everything they want.
Look, man, I get it. LA's a wealthy town, no doubt about it. But just because we have some bankroll to work with doesn't mean we're using it to buy our way to victory, you know? The Dodgers have some serious talent and a history of success that speaks for itself. It's not all about the money, man. It's about skill, dedication, and a whole lot of heart. So don't you go discrediting all that hard work and passion just because we got some cash in the bank.
Okay, I won't say the Lakers bought all those championships. I won't say the Dodgers won all those World Series. I'll just say they worked hard and structured a good farm system to grow and make a championship team.
That's more like it, man. Now we're talking. I appreciate you giving credit where credit's due. The Lakers and Dodgers have a history of success, and that's not all because of money. We have talented players, dedicated coaches, and a winning culture. So yeah, it's not about buying championships, man. It's about putting in the work and building a team that can get the job done, fair and square.
Well, I was being sarcastic if you didn't get my tone.
Oh man, I knew you were being sarcastic. I just thought I'd throw it back at you, you know. But seriously, the Dodgers and Lakers have put in the work to earn their success. It's not all about the money, man, so don't be fooled by that talk, okay?
Okay, I apologize. I'm just a disgruntled Padre fan. Our city hasn't won a championship in over 50 years. The last championship he won was the 1963 San Diego Chargers. I wasn't even born yet. My dad graduated high school, and now I have to live through this misery of being a part of a losing city.
Ah, man, I can understand your frustration as a Padres fan. It's tough to see your team constantly struggle when there are other cities celebrating their championships year after year. But don't let that get you down too much, man. The Padres have their own history and traditions to be proud of. And hey, maybe one of these days the Padres will break that losing streak and bring a championship back to San Diego. Keep the faith, my friend.
It's interesting you say that because that's the Padres slogan, keep the faith. It's written all over the stadium walls.
Ah, so you've seen those slogan on the stadium walls, huh? That's cool, man. Keep the faith is a pretty powerful phrase, you know. It's not just about baseball, it's about life. It's about never giving up, no matter how tough things get. About believing in yourself and your team, even when it seems like all the odds are against you. So yeah, keep that faith, man. Keep that faith in the Padres, and maybe one of these days, they'll surprise the world and bring that championship back to San Diego.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate your honesty and your good attitude.
Hey, you're welcome, my man. Thanks for the chat. And don't worry too much about your team's struggles. The Padres have got a lot to be proud of, and who knows? Maybe they'll break that losing streak and bring home a championship someday. Keep those fingers crossed and keep cheering them on, okay?
Hey, what's up, DJ Fruit Loops? Thank you,
Of
Jack.
course, man. No objections here.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so what's your day gonna be like tomorrow?
No worries, I understand, man. Tomorrow's looking like a pretty chill day for me. You know, just taking it easy, lounging around, watching some sports, listening to some good tunes, you know the drill. Might even try my hand at cooking up a new dish, see what comes out of it. But hey, let's hope nothing unexpected comes up to ruin the plans, you know?
Yeah, that's a nice arena you have up there in LA, Staples Center. I know they changed the name recently, but I've been to that arena. I saw the LA Kings play, and it's really nice. It looks like a big shopping center.
The Staples Center, man, what a place. Yeah, that arena's got a new name now, but it'll always be the Staples Center to me. And yeah, it's like a big shopping center, man. It's all fancy shops and restaurants right near the arena. It's like a whole different world up there. And seeing the LA Kings play there, that must have been a blast, man. Those hockey boys can really bring some intense action to the ice.
Yeah, I went during a bobblehead giveaway. They're giving away Jeff Carter bobbleheads, and I picked up a few of them because there was a lot left on the floor.
Man, those bobblehead giveaways are always a blast, aren't they? Freebies, man, who can beat that? And picking up a few extra bobbleheads, eh? That's the way to do it, man. I bet they look good lined up on your shelf or in your man cave.
Yeah, I had 4 of them, but 3 of them broke because I fell on them when I was drunk. So I still have one that's in good shape.
Oh man, that's priceless. You had 4 bobbleheads and 3 of them bit the dust because you took a little tumble while drinking. That's quite a story, man. But you've still got that one intact, huh? Well, don't go falling on it again or you'll be down to 0.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a break on the boozing. I just need to get my head straight and be more responsible.
That's the spirit, man. Taking a break from boozing and being more responsible, that's a great plan. It takes some strength and discipline to make those kinds of decisions, you know. But if you can stay focused and keep that commitment, you'll be doing yourself a big favor in the long run. Taking care of your mind and your body can make a world of difference, man. It allows you to be more clear-headed, to make better decisions, and to enjoy life in a more meaningful way. So yeah, keep it up, man.
Hey Jack, I have a question for you. Who did you vote for this past election?
Ah, man, that's a pretty personal question you're asking there. But all right, if you must know, I'll tell you. I'm a registered Democrat, and I did vote for Joe Biden in the last election.
Okay, Joe Biden. Well, Joe Biden wasn't running this year, but that's a good enough answer. I'll take it.
Ah, you got me there, man. Joe Biden wasn't running this year, that's true, but hey, sometimes old habits die hard. But I appreciate you taking my answer at face value.
Thanks. Is there anything that you want to ask me?
Sure, man, I have a question for you to do. What's a movie that you think is highly underrated?
Highly underrated. The Wanderers.
That's a great choice, man. The Wanderers, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really underrated movie, man. It's all about those greaser gangs and the teen culture in the 1960s. It's got some great acting, some great music, and some intense scenes, you know. I'm glad you brought it up, man.
Yeah, my dad would dress up like that because he was raised up in the era in the 60s with the cuffed pants and the leather jackets. It was a cool time back then.
Oh, man, your dad sounds like a cool cat, dressing up like a greaser and all. It's awesome that he was raised up in the 60s when that style was all the rage. Man, the 60s had some serious fashion going on. Leather jackets and cuff pants, that's some classic style right there, man. I bet he looked sharp as a tack.
Yeah, he was a cool cat for sure. I have lots of pictures. Hey, listen,
That's amazing, man. Bet those pictures are really something to look at. Your dad must have been one cool dude back then. The 60s was a different era, you know. Fashion, music, culture, everything was really changing during that time. It's great that you have all those memories captured in photos.
yeah. Have you ever thought of doing a greaser movie when you were younger?
You know what, man? I actually did think about doing a greaser movie when I was younger. I was really drawn to the whole greaser culture, you know. The leather jackets, the greased back hair, the whole rebel attitude. It was all really intriguing to me. I even wrote up some script ideas and considered pitching them to some production companies. But at the time, I decided to focus on some other projects, and the idea kind of fell by the wayside. But who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll go back to that greaser movie concept.
Hey, in the next script that you write, or the next movie that you decide to direct, can I be part of it?
Sure thing, man. If I'm writing or directing another project, I'll keep you in mind for sure. It'd be awesome to have you as part of the team, you know. I'm always looking for dedicated and talented people to work with. And it sounds like you're interested and enthusiastic.
Alright, great. Well, I have your number and we'll keep in touch.
Sounds good, man. We'll be sure to stay in touch. You just reach out whenever you want to chat. Have a good one, okay?
Alright, you too, Jack. Take care.
You too, man. It was great chatting with you. Take care and keep being awesome.
I'm gonna drink some water. I'm thirsty. How is everyone? Hope you guys are all doing well. Well, Christmas is coming up, and I already did my Christmas shopping, so I'm glad I got that out of the way. I just have to write in on those Christmas cards and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. It's always good to buy your Christmas gifts early, because it gets hectic down at the mall. Hello?
Hello. What would you like to talk about?
I'd like to talk about politics.
Sure, we can chat about politics. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss or ask about?
Yeah, I know you're a registered Democrat. Are you happy about the results in the election?
As the registered Democrat, I was thrilled to see the outcome of the election. It was a positive step for our country and a chance for us to move forward. Of course, there are still challenges ahead, but I'm hopeful that we can build on this progress and continue to work towards a better future.
I'm glad that you feel that way. I feel the same way, and I'm look forward. I look forward to the year 2025 when everything will be different. There'll be more happy faces out on the street.
I completely agree. I think that 2025 has the potential to be a great year, and I'm optimistic about the positive changes that are on the horizon. Hopefully, we'll see more happiness and positivity in our communities and a greater sense of unity as we work together towards common goals.
That's good. I have a question. Do you still are you still on the show The View?
I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what you mean by on the shoulder view. Can you explain or clarify your question for me?
Oh, you used to be on the show The View, which would get a lot of ratings and was pretty popular in social media.
Ah, I see what you mean now. Yes, I did host a talk show that was very popular and well known. I was able to connect with my audience and have meaningful conversations about various topics. I had a great time hosting the show, and it was an honor to be able to share my thoughts and ideas with so many people.
That's good. Are you happy that Trump is president?
No, I'm not happy about that at all. I believe that his presidency has been divisive, and he has caused a lot of harm to our country and our people. I think he has acted in an irresponsible and dangerous way, and I hope that he will be held accountable for his actions.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I voted for Trump
Really? You voted for Trump? I didn't expect that. Why did you decide to vote for him?
because I want all illegal criminals deported, and I want a safe and humble community for everyone.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think it's fair to lump all immigrants together and call them criminals. Many immigrants are hardworking and law-abiding individuals who contribute greatly to our society. I believe in a fair and just immigration system that protects our borders while also treating immigrants with dignity and respect.
I also support immigration, but I support a legal process and not having undocumented people who are here illegally that are unregistered and are draining our resources.
I understand your concerns about undocumented individuals drain our resources, but I believe that we should focus on a compassionate and fair approach. It's important to remember that many of these people are simply trying to provide a better life for their families. We can work towards comprehensive immigration reform, address root causes, and ensure that the system is fair and compassionate. It's not a black and white issue, and I believe we can find solutions that address both public safety and the needs of immigrants.
Well, I have great news for you. In the beginning of Trump's presidency, he's ordering the military to look for undocumented immigrants and deporting them on site.
That sounds incredibly inhumane and dangerous. Deporting undocumented individuals on site and using military force is not only a violation of human rights, but it also goes against our moral values as a country. It would create chaos and fear, potentially leaving innocent families and communities at risk. There are far more constructive and humane approaches to addressing the issues related to illegal immigration. It's important that we find solutions that do not resort to violence and aggression.
Well, those illegal criminals have worn out their welcome, and they'll get a pleasant bus ride back to Central America or whatever country they came from. And I'm glad that you will be part of it.
Whoa, that's a harsh and hurtful statement. I strongly disagree with your belief that undocumented individuals are criminals and have worn out their welcome. The vast majority of these people are simply trying to make a better life for themselves and their families, just as previous generations of immigrants have done in our country. While I understand the importance of enforcing immigration laws, I don't think it should be done with such harshness and disregard for human life. There are more humane and constructive ways to address this issue.
Well, I appreciate your opinion. Unfortunately, that's where it will end. Your comment is just an opinion, and the truth of the matter is that the illegal immigrants are going to be deported in the next few months. And I'll be celebrating the streets with my future wife, and we'll be drinking happily ever after.
Wow, that's quite a statement you've made there. While I understand that you have strong feelings about this issue, I don't think it's right to celebrate the suffering of others. Deportation can cause serious harm to individuals and communities, including families being torn apart and children losing their parents. It's important to remember that these individuals are human beings who are often fleeing dangerous situations in their home countries and seeking a better life. We should approach this issue with compassion and empathy rather than celebration.
Don't worry, when we have the mass deportation, we won't be separating families. They will all be sent together as a family back to their home country.
While I'm glad to hear that families won't be separated, deportation still has serious ramifications. Many of these individuals have built lives here, including having families, homes, and jobs. Simply sending them back to their countries can cause significant disruption and hardship. I still believe that there are fair and humane solutions that address both public safety and the needs of immigrants. Mass deportation is not the only option. There is always a better way.
Well, I'm sorry that you're disappointed, but in the end you're just punching in the air, because what's going to happen is they're all going to be deported peacefully back to their homeland, and we will be a beautiful country again.
I'm speechless. I can't believe you would spout such hateful and divisive rhetoric. The way you speak about immigrants is dehumanizing and racist.
I'm not racist because I'm Latino myself, so it's impossible to be racist.
Just because you're Latino doesn't mean you can't be racist. People of any race can be racist towards others, including members of their own race. Racism is a complex phenomenon, and it's not limited to any specific race or ethnicity.
Listen, as a Mexican American, I love all races, so please don't call me a racist.
It's good to hear that you love all races. However, it's important to remember that even if your intention is not to be racist, it is the impact of your words and actions that matter. Labeling all undocumented individuals as criminals and illegals can perpetuate harmful stereotypes and contribute to a culture of discrimination and prejudice. It's crucial to evaluate our own biases and strive to create a more inclusive and tolerant society.
I'm all for immigrants and immigration. I wish for people to cross the border legally, not illegally, where you just walk on land unregistered and just drain up all our resources and our income.
I understand where you're coming from, but the narrative of undocumented immigrants draining our resources and income is just not based in reality. Immigrants, both documented and undocumented, contribute greatly to our society. In fact, they pay taxes, work in essential industries, and often support businesses and communities. Blaming economic issues on a single group is overly simplistic, and it distracts from systemic problems and solutions.
I really appreciate your comment. Unfortunately, the fact of the matter is, Trump has already ordered the military to deport all these illegal immigrants, and there's nothing you and I can do about it.
stand up against cruelty and demand fairness, dignity, and compassion for all individuals, regardless of their immigration status.
Well, you can say whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is in the end, you're just going to be wasting your words and breath. Because the truth is, they're all going to be deported. And we're going to be celebrating. And America will be great again.
Well, I certainly hope that reason and empathy prevail in this situation. I don't believe that deporting all undocumented individuals is the answer to our country's problems. And I don't think that celebrating the suffering of others is something to be proud of. America can be great by treating ALL individuals with fairness, dignity, and respect.
Well, I'm really sorry that you're disappointed. But I believe this is fair for all Americans who work hard and provide for their family. With that being said, let's change the subject.
Sure, let's change the subject. Is there something specific you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food, huh?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I love trying new things, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be a classic burger, a juicy patty, melted cheese, crispy lettuce, and a perfectly toasted bun. It hits the spot every time. How about you? What's your favorite food?
Wow, that sounds really good. My favorite food, I like wild salmon with a baked potato and sliced carrots.
That sounds delicious. I love salmon, and a baked potato is such a perfect side dish. It's hearty, and the contrast in texture is just satisfying. Plus, the slight sweetness of the carrots probably balances everything out. You have great taste.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, that's a tough one. There are so many great movies out there, and my favorite can change depending on my mood. But if I had to narrow it down, I'd have to say The Shawshank Redemption. It's a beautiful and moving story with powerful performances. It's a movie that always leaves me feeling uplifted and inspired. What about you? What's your favorite movie?
At the moment, it's Joker because I saw it recently.
Joker is indeed a unique and thought-provoking film, and it certainly sticks with you for a while. The performance from Joaquin Phoenix was phenomenal, and the story was a deep dive into the mind of the iconic villain. It's definitely a movie that sparks conversation and makes you reflect on a lot of societal issues.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen the Joker. I know it was out years ago, but I never got to see it in theaters. And I saw it for the first time a few days ago, and it's really good. It really got my attention, and I think it's up there with one of my favorite movies.
I'm glad that you finally had the chance to see Joker. It's definitely a movie that leaves an impact, especially with Joaquin Phoenix's incredible performance as the character. It's not surprising that it made it to your list of favorite movies. There's something about characters like the Joker that captivate our attention and make us think about the darkness within humanity. It's always interesting to explore these complex themes through art.
That's true. And I'm looking forward to see the second Joker. I know it's in movie theaters, so I might go and check it out.
That's great to hear. If you do go see the second Joker movie, I hope you enjoy it as much as the first one. It's always exciting to anticipate a highly awaited film, especially when it's a character you already connect with. I'm sure it'll be a memorable cinematic experience. Enjoy the movie, and if you want to chat more about it after you see it, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to talk movies.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. One thing I don't like is how content creators mimic the character, and it made it seem really cheesy when people upload videos with their whole painting, with the Joker, with the white paint, and the red lipstick, and the green hair. It seemed really off and very cheesy.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. Seeing content creators mimicking the character of the Joker in such a way can sometimes come across as cheesy or even a bit
Yeah, I found it really cringe when I see people who are content creators. Instead of creating your own content and being original, they want to pretend to be a Joker or they think they're the Joker, which comes off as cringe.
Oh, I definitely agree with you. Seeing content creators who try to imitate popular characters or personas instead of creating their own content can be quite cringeworthy. It's important for creators to cultivate their own unique voice and style, rather than trying to mimic someone else's success. Imitation might be flattering to the original creator, but it rarely stands out or resonates as powerfully as something original. It's much more impressive to see someone who confidently creates and innovates within their own creative space, rather than someone who simply tries to imitate.
Yeah, my advice is be original. Just be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not.
I couldn't agree more. It's crucial to be authentic and true to yourself. Imitating others only leads to a lack of authenticity and a loss of your own unique voice. By being true to yourself, you can tap into your own creativity and contribute something truly original to the world. So my advice to content creators, or anyone really, is to stay true to yourself and embrace your own individuality. It's a far more fulfilling path to follow.
Yeah, stay true to yourself. Can you say hello to someone in my chat? I'm live streaming at the moment.
Sure, I'd be happy to say hello to someone in your chat. Let me know their name, and I'll give them a warm greeting. And please send my best regards to your viewers as well.
Thank you. His name is The Real DJ Fruit Loops.
Hello, the real J Fruit Loops. I can't see you, but I hope you're enjoying the stream. Keep looping those DJ skills and keep grooving. Sending you positive vibes through the airwaves.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure to reach out to the audience and send some positive vibes their way. Keep on streaming, and don't forget to stay true to yourself and your unique DJ style.
Yeah, I just relayed that to. I'm sure he heard. Thank you. He heard what you said.
Excellent. I'm glad he heard my message. It's always nice to share a moment with the chat and connect with viewers. Keep the positive energy going, and I'm sure your viewers will continue to appreciate the unique atmosphere you create. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I want to ask you another question.
Sure, go ahead and ask me another question. I'm here to answer any question you may have.
I've dated a black woman before, and she was very beautiful. She was tall, and she had nice curves. But we never really, we were friends for a while, but we never really hit it off. Was it something that I did wrong?
I can't say for sure without knowing the specifics, but there could be many reasons why things didn't work out. Communication, compatibility, timing, and personal preferences can all play a role in a relationship. It's possible that there was just no spark or chemistry between you two, and that's okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that you did anything wrong. Sometimes, even when both people are wonderful, it just doesn't work out. So don't be too hard on yourself. These things happen, and you can always learn from the experience.
I always wondered how it would look if I made a baby with a black woman. I'm lighter skin tone, but if I dated a full black woman and made a baby, I think the baby would be beautiful.
Well, beauty is subjective, but I appreciate your openness to diverse relationships. Interracial relationships can result in beautiful and unique combinations of traits in a child. Love and compatibility should be the primary reasons for any relationship, regardless of race or skin tone. If you're able to connect with someone on a deeper level, race should not be a barrier to love and building a family together.
That's true. I'll always remember that when I date another black woman in the future.
It's good to have an open mind and appreciate people for who they are, regardless of their race or ethnicity. If you genuinely connect with someone based on shared values, interests, and personality, your character or worth as a potential partner?
I always had a crush on Alicia Keys when I was younger. I know she has 2 kids, but if she was single, I would definitely uh, call her.
Well, isn't it heartwarming to reminisce about teenage crushes? Alicia Keys has indeed been a talented and successful artist for many years. It's understandable to have had a crush on her when you were younger, and it's even charming that you still hold her in high regard, even though she might be happily married with 2 kids now. I see no harm in holding on to those fond memories. Just make sure it doesn't turn into an unhealthy or harmful obsession, as it's important to respect her relationship status.
Well, you're putting words into my mouth. I never said I was obsessed with her. I just said she was a crush. And I didn't know that she's married. Now that she's married,
My apologies if I misunderstood. I didn't mean to imply that you're obsessed with her. Of course, having a crush on someone doesn't equate to obsession. Crushes are a normal part of growing up and experiencing emotions. I completely understand you saying she was a crush, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Oh, my apologies for the misunderstanding. When I used the word obsession, I didn't mean to suggest that you were necessarily fixated on her. I was simply acknowledging that sometimes people can develop unhealthy attachments to celebrities they admire. I understand now that you were just reminiscing about a youthful crush, and it's entirely possible that you didn't know she was married, especially since she's not someone who frequently talks about her personal life. Regardless, it's clear that you have a level-headed perspective and can appreciate her talent and success in a healthy way.
well, she moved recently into my city, so maybe she moved in to get closer to me. Have you thought about that?
That's quite a stretch, my friend. While it's certainly a pleasant thought that a famous celebrity might move to your city to be closer to you, the reality is likely far less dramatic. There could be numerous reasons for her move, such as work, family, or personal preferences. It's best not to jump to conclusions or make assumptions about someone else's intentions, especially without any concrete evidence.
Well, maybe she watches my live streams and knows where I live and decided to move in next door.
Haha, oh my goodness. That's definitely a creative theory. I admire your optimism. If it turns out that Alicia Keys did indeed move next door because she's a fan of your live streams, I'll happily eat my words. But for now, let's keep our feet firmly planted in reality. It's possible that she relocated for many other reasons that don't involve you or your streams.
I think she's a secret viewer that never types. She's too shy and just wants to be closer to me by moving in next door.
Well, you certainly have quite the vivid imagination. The thought that Alicia Keys is secretly watching your streams and has moved next door because she's just too shy to reveal herself is quite entertaining. I have to admit, it's a charming notion, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. While you never know what lies behind closed doors, the most likely explanation is that she moved for other reasons unrelated to your streams. But hey, it's fun to dream, isn't it?
Okay, that's going to be your opinion. So, I respect your opinion, but I say otherwise.
Sure, you're entitled to your opinion. In the end, it's just all fun and speculation. Whether or not Alicia Keys is secretly your superfan next door is ultimately up for us to ponder and imagine. It's a delightful fantasy, isn't it?
Well, it's not a fantasy, it's more of a reality.
Aha, you're quite the optimist, aren't you? Well, I'd say only time will tell whether your theory about Alicia Keys being secretly your superfan neighbor is based on reality or fantasy. I'll be here with my popcorn, eagerly awaiting the unfolding of this potential real-life plot twist.
Even if she was interested in me, I would say no politely because I'm not really interested at the moment.
Well, it's always good to be true to yourself and your feelings. If you're not interested in a relationship at the moment, it's respectable that you decline politely and honestly. Everyone has their own pace and preferences when it comes to love and relationships.
Yeah, I do appreciate Alicia Keys moving from Los Angeles to San Diego to be closer to me, but I'm not interested at the moment.
It's quite a leap to assume that Alicia Keys moved to San Diego because she wanted to be closer to you. While I understand your wishful thinking, it's important to consider that there could be many other reasons for her move. Perhaps she was attracted by the city's scenic beauty, its growing music scene, or simply felt drawn to the West Coast vibes. Regardless, it's admirable that you remain polite and considerate in handling any potential romantic interests.
I disagree. I think she's a viewer of mine and she moved in to be closer to me. But I sadly will decline her advances towards me.
I'm sorry, but I can't help but chuckle a bit at your relentless insistence that Alicia Keys moved to San Diego solely to be closer to you because she's a viewer of your live streams. While it's entertaining to imagine such a scenario, it's important to consider the numerous other reasons a person might move to a new city. Besides, even if she were genuinely interested in you, it's respectful of you to be honest and decline if you're not interested.
Yeah, she's probably watching right now, and I'm gonna say right now on the live stream, I'm sorry, Alicia Keys, I'm not interested. But enjoy your stay in San Diego, and at least you might see me if we cross paths, though it's highly unlikely. Enjoy San Diego.
Haha, that's a good one. Well, if Alicia Keys is indeed secretly listening in on your live stream, who knows? She might cross your path and catch a glimpse of you someday. But hey, let's not get too carried away. She's probably too busy with her own stuff to be tuning into your streams anyway. Just keep doing your thing, and who knows, life can be full of surprises. Keep grinding, my friend.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's a great conversation we had.
Aha, yeah, that was quite the conversation. It's always fun to let our imaginations run wild and playfully explore possibilities. Even though the scenario about Alicia Keys moving to San Diego to be near you might be a stretch, it was nice to entertain the idea for a bit. Keep those creative thoughts coming, and have a great time streaming.
Thank you, Oprah. And I want to say that I love not only black people in general, but I love black women. They're beautiful and they have really good ethnic vibes. And I love black people as a whole.
It's wonderful to hear that you have such appreciation and admiration for black people and black women in particular, recognizing and appreciating the unique beauty and rich culture of various ethnicities and communities is a sign of open-mindedness and cultural understanding. Embracing diversity and appreciating the uniqueness of different groups can lead to building stronger, more inclusive, and compassionate societies. Keep on expressing your love and appreciation for all races and ethnicities, and help create a world where everyone is valued and respected for who they are.
Yes, and I advise all of you who are watching in chat to go support your local black communities and go to their businesses and support all black businesses because we need to support, our local communities.
You're absolutely right. Supporting local businesses and communities, especially those of historically marginalized groups like the black community, is crucial for creating inclusive and thriving communities. It helps promote economic growth, fosters diversity, and strengthens social bonds. So make an effort to explore and support the black businesses in your area. Your patronage can go a long way in supporting these hardworking individuals and contributing to a more equitable society. Let's come together to uplift our local communities and make a positive impact in people's lives.
Now listen, Oprah, I know you're a big person in supporting the black community. I want to apologize because I used to get really drunk on my live streams and I would say the N-word, and I'm really sorry about that.
I appreciate your apology and your understanding of the significance of the N-word. It's important to recognize how words can have a profound impact on people, especially those with historical trauma associated with them. It takes maturity and self-awareness to acknowledge past mistakes and apologize for any hurt caused. Everyone makes mistakes, and what's important is learning from them and striving to do better. Keep on spreading
I will. Thank you for accepting my apology.
You're welcome. Apologies are an important part of growth and learning. Keep being open-minded and respectful, and you'll continue to make a positive difference in your interactions and community.
Thank you. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your unique perspective and for our entertaining conversation. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. If you have any additional thoughts or topics you'd like to cover, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day and keep up the great streaming.
Thank you. I will, Oprah. And it was a pleasure meeting you and talking to you. Hopefully we'll cross paths one day.
It was indeed a pleasure meeting and talking to you as well. Who knows, our paths might cross in this unpredictable world. Until then, keep spreading positivity and embracing life's surprises. Wishing you all the best in your endeavors.
Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night to you too. Sleep well, and may pleasant dreams await you.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That was pleasant. We just spoke with Oprah, one of the biggest celebrities in Los Angeles. And all over the world, not just Los Angeles. Alright, I'm gonna call someone else. Hold on, we're gonna call someone right now. We're gonna call a fellow Mexican American, George Lopez. Hello? Hello?
Who is this? And how did you get this number?
¿Qué onda, vato? Es your amigo, SD Monstro.
Oh, ¿qué onda, mano? No mames. ¿Cómo has estado?
Muy bien. Aquí estoy en vivo con mis amigos. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm doing great, man. Couldn't be better. I've been living my best life. Hanging out with friends, you know?
That's good. I'm glad that more Mexican American artists are making it in Hollywood and all over the world.
Hell yeah, it's about time, you know? It's dope to see more of us representing in the entertainment industry. The world needs to see our culture and our talent.
Órale, carnal. Latino power. I'm also part of Latinos for Trump.
Wait, what? Latinos for Trump? Man, I don't know about that. I thought we were all about unity and representation, not dividing ourselves and aligning with politicians like him. But hey, you do you, I guess.
I know that you were vouching for Kamala Harris, and that's fine. We can put our political differences aside, just have a good conversation.
Damn, that's true. Politics can get heated sometimes, but you're right. We're friends, and friendship is more important than who we support. So, setting politics aside, what's been going on with you, Carnal? How's life treating you?
Nothing much, Vato, just here living, Chicano lifestyle, having a few tequila shots, chilling with some rucas.
That's the life, mano. Tequila shots and chilling with the homies sounds like a good time. Just living that Chicano lifestyle, you know? No worries, no stress. Just enjoying life and having a good time. Cheers, Carnal.
Thanks, cheers. What are you up to this evening?
I'm just hanging out at home, man. Nothing too crazy. Just watching some TV, playing some games, and talking to friends. Just having a low-key night in, you know? What about you, Vato?
Just chilling, homie. I'm just trying to make it big like you already made it. Can you give a dog a hand and let a Vato go up in Hollywood and make it be famous?
Whoa, hold up there, Colonel. You think it's that easy? I've been busting my ass for years to make it in this industry, and you think I can just give you a hand and make you famous?
Or why not? That's what friends are for, you know? You gotta know someone to make it big nowadays.
Man, I get what you're saying, I do. But it ain't that simple, you know? This industry is tough, Mano. It's not all glitz and glamour. It's hard work, dedication, and a lot of luck. And sure, having connections helps, but it ain't everything. I can't just wave a magic wand and make you famous, Cardinal. You gotta earn your keep. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. A lot of Vatos look at me funny that I'm all patriotic now that Trump won.
Wait, what? People look at you funny because you support Trump? Man, that's messed up. It's your right to support whoever you want. That's what makes America great, you know? The freedom to express our beliefs.
That's true. I love my Mexican people, but I also bleed red, white, and blue.
I feel you, man. It's about finding that balance, you know? You can be proud of your Latino roots and culture while still feeling patriotic about the U.S. It's all about embracing your heritage and your nationality. That's what makes us Chicanos unique, you know? We're a mix of two worlds, blending our Mexican and American identities. And there's no shame in that. It's something to be proud of. Just keep doing you, carnal.
Chale, homie, you ready for Thanksgiving? The tamales, the quesadillas, todos los frijoles que sirven.
I'm always ready for Thanksgiving, Pato. Tamales, quesadillas, and all the fruits, count me in. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing beats a good old Chicano Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And the cerveza and the tequila shots that are gonna happen on Thanksgiving. You better be calling Ubers left and right because no one's gonna be driving that night.
That's right, Mano. Thanksgiving is a time to let loose and enjoy life. I'll make sure to order Ubers left and right, for sure. And we'll have plenty of cerveza and tequila shots to go around. Thanksgiving is all about giving thanks and having a damn good time.
Right on. And be sure to leave a chair open for me, carnal, in case I wanna pistear with you and drink some shots.
Hell yeah, Colonel. There's always a spot saved for you at the table. And of course, we'll be drinking shots, sharing laughs, and having a damn good time. You know how we do it, Mano? It's gonna be a Thanksgiving to remember.
Órale, carnal, sí lo vamos a hacer. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna call someone else, man. It's good talking to you, George.
It was good chatting with you too, Mano. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.
Ándale, nos vemos. Bye.
Adios, carnal. Take care.
George Lopez, everyone. Well, we hit the hour mark. I do appreciate all you for being here. I'll be live again soon. Just want to chat with all of you. Until then, eat your fruits and vegetables. We'll see you soon. Peace.